Review types. Although reviews can be used for various purposes, one of the main objectives is to uncover defects. All review types can aid in defect detection, and the selected review type should be based on the needs of the project, available resources, product type and risks, business domain, and company culture, among other selection criteria. A single work product may be the subject of more than one type of review. If more than one type of review is used, the order may vary. For example, an informal review may be carried out before a technical review, to ensure the work product is ready for a technical review. The types of reviews described below can be done as peer reviews, i.e., done by colleagues qualified to do the same work. The types of defects found in a review vary, depending especially on the work product being reviewed. See section 3.1.3 for examples of defects that can be found by reviews in different work products, and Guild 1993 for information on formal inspections. Reviews can be classified according to various attributes. The following lists the 4 most common types of reviews and their associated attributes. Informal review, e.g., buddy check, pairing, pair review. 1. Main purpose. Detecting potential defects. 2. Possible additional purposes. Generating new ideas or solutions, quickly solving minor problems. 3. Not based on a formal, documented process. 4. May not involve a review meeting. 5. May be performed by a colleague of the author, buddy check, or by more people. 6. Results may be documented. 7. Varies in usefulness depending on the reviewers. 8. Use of checklists is optional. Walkthrough. 1. Main purposes. Find defects, improve the software product, consider alternative implementations, evaluate conformance to standards and specifications. 2. Possible additional purposes. Exchanging ideas about techniques or style variations, training of participants, achieving consensus. 3. Individual preparation before the review meeting is optional. 4. Review meeting is typically led by the author of the work product. 5. Scribe is mandatory. 6. Use of checklists is optional. 7. May take the form of scenarios, dry runs, or simulations. 8. Potential defect logs and review reports are produced. 9. May vary in practice from quite informal to very formal. Technical review. 1. Main purposes. Gaining consensus, detecting potential defects. 2. Possible further purposes. Evaluating quality and building confidence in the work product, generating new ideas, motivating and enabling authors to improve future work products, considering alternative implementations. 3. Reviewers should be technical peers of the author, and technical experts in the same or other disciplines. 4. Individual preparation before the review meeting is required. 5. Review meeting is optional, ideally led by a trained facilitator, typically not the author. 6. Scribe is mandatory, ideally not the author. 7. Use of checklists is optional. 8. Potential defect logs and review reports are produced. Inspection. 1. Main purposes. Detecting potential defects, evaluating quality and building confidence in the work product, preventing future similar defects through author learning and root cause analysis. 2. Possible further purposes. Motivating and enabling authors to improve future work products in the software development process, achieving consensus. 3. Follows a defined process with formal documented outputs, based on rules and checklists. 4. Uses clearly defined roles, such as those specified in section 3.2.2, which are mandatory, and may include a dedicated reader, who reads the work product aloud, often paraphrase, i.e. describes it in own words, during the review meeting. 5. Individual preparation before the review meeting is required. 7. Specified entry and exit criteria are used. 8. Scribe is mandatory. 9. Review meeting is led by a trained facilitator, not the author. 10. Author cannot act as the review leader, reader, or scribe. 11. Potential defect logs and review report are produced. 12. Metrics are collected and used to improve the entire software development process, including the inspection process. Applying review techniques. There are a number of review techniques that can be applied during the individual review, i.e., individual preparation, activity to uncover defects. These techniques can be used across the review types described above. The effectiveness of the techniques may differ depending on the type of review used. Examples of different individual review techniques for various review types are listed below. Ad hoc. In an ad hoc review, reviewers are provided with little or no guidance on how this task should be performed. Reviewers often read the work product sequentially, identifying and documenting issues as they encounter them. Ad hoc reviewing is a commonly used technique needing little preparation. This technique is highly dependent on reviewer skills and may lead to many duplicate issues being reported by different reviewers. Checklist-based. A checklist-based review is a systematic technique, whereby the reviewers detect issues based on checklists that are distributed at review initiation, e.g., by the facilitator. A review checklist consists of a set of questions based on potential defects, which may be derived from experience. Checklists should be specific to the type of work product under review and should be maintained regularly to cover issue types missed in previous reviews. The main advantage of the checklist-based technique is a systematic coverage of typical defect types. Care should be taken not to simply follow the checklist in individual reviewing, but also to look for defects outside the checklist. Scenarios and dry runs. In a scenario-based review, reviewers are provided with structured guidelines on how to read through the work product. A scenario-based review supports reviewers in performing dry runs on the work product based on expected usage of the work product, if the work product is documented in a suitable format such as use cases. These scenarios provide reviewers with better guidelines on how to identify specific defect types than simple checklist entries. As with checklist-based reviews, in order not to miss other defect types, e.g., missing features, reviewers should not be constrained to the documented scenarios. Perspective-based. In perspective-based reading, similar to a role-based review, reviewers take on different stakeholder viewpoints in individual reviewing. Typical stakeholder viewpoints include end-user, marketing, designer, tester, or operations. Using different stakeholder viewpoints leads to more depth in individual reviewing with less duplication of issues across reviewers. In addition, perspective-based reading also requires the reviewers to attempt to use the work product under review to generate the product they would derive from it. For example, a tester would attempt to generate draft acceptance tests if performing a perspective-based reading on a requirements specification to see if all the necessary information was included. Further, in perspective-based reading, checklists are expected to be used. Empirical studies have shown perspective-based reading to be the most effective general technique for reviewing requirements and technical work products. A key success factor is including and weighing different stakeholder viewpoints appropriately, based on risks. See Schul 2000 for details on perspective-based reading, and Sauer 2000 for the effectiveness of different review techniques. Role-based. A role-based review is a technique in which the reviewers evaluate the work product from the perspective of individual stakeholder roles. Typical roles include specific end-user types, experienced, inexperienced, senior, child, etc., and specific roles in the organization, user administrator, system administrator, performance tester, etc. The same principles apply as in perspective-based reading because the roles are similar. Success factors for reviews. In order to have a successful review, the appropriate type of review and the techniques used must be considered. In addition, there are a number of other factors that will affect the outcome of the review. Organizational success factors for reviews include: 1. Each review has clear objectives, defined during review planning, and used as measurable exit criteria. 2. Review types are applied which are suitable to achieve the objectives and are appropriate to the type and level of software work products and participants. 3. Any review techniques used, such as checklist-based or role-based reviewing, are suitable for effective defect identification in the work product to be reviewed. 4. Any checklists used address the main risks and are up to date. 5. Large documents are written and reviewed in small chunks, so that quality control is exercised by providing authors early and frequent feedback on defects. 6. Participants have adequate time to prepare. 7. Reviews are scheduled with adequate notice. 8. Management supports the review process, e.g., by incorporating adequate time for review activities in project schedules. People-related success factors for reviews include: 1. The right people are involved to meet the review objectives, for example, people with different skill sets or perspectives, who may use the document as a work input. 2. Testers are seen as valued reviewers who contribute to the review and learn about the work product, which enables them to prepare more effective tests, and to prepare those tests earlier. 3. Participants dedicate adequate time and attention to detail. 4. Reviews are conducted on small chunks, so that reviewers do not lose concentration during individual review and/or the review meeting, when held. 5. Defects found are acknowledged, appreciated, and handled objectively. 6. The meeting is well managed, so that participants consider it a valuable use of their time. 7. The review is conducted in an atmosphere of trust. The outcome will not be used for the evaluation of the participants. 8. Participants avoid body language and behaviors that might indicate boredom, exasperation, or hostility to other participants. 9. Adequate training is provided, especially for more formal review types such as inspections. 10. A culture of learning and process improvement is promoted. See Guild 1993, Uyghurs 2002, and Van Veenendaal 2004 for more on successful reviews. Key takeaways. 1. 4 main review types are informal, walkthrough, technical and inspection. 2. The purpose of reviews is primarily to uncover defects, but they can also have additional benefits such as generating new ideas or solutions, building confidence in the work product, and motivating authors to improve future work products. 3. Review type selection is based on project needs, available resources, product type, risks, and company culture among other criteria. 4. Review techniques such as ad hoc, checklist-based, scenario-based, and dry runs can be applied in the individual preparation activity before the review meeting. 4. Each technique has its own advantages and limitations.